again to my workshop. The last two videos we have tuned this little CNC converted lathe into Mach3 Turn, and we have taken a few cuts, and I've given you some preliminary explanation. So today we're going to go in more depth into some of the wizards in Mach3 and a little bit more in depth of how to use the lathe and set it up. So the second type of turning, which is mostly carried out on a lathe, is an OD turning process. So that's the next turning operation we're going to carry out. So we'll bring up that wizard. Okay, so this is our turning wizard. So we're going to start in the X area here. So we're going to start at 19 millimeters. And we're going to end at 14. Millimeters. We're going to put a radius cut in of 3 millimeter radius cut. So we're going to start 0.5, so that's half a millimeter, which is roughly speaking 20 thousandths of an inch. Z end, we're going to say 5 millimeters, which is approximately 1/4 of an inch, just under actually. I like to leave at least a millimeter clearance. Feed rate, I think we can go, we'll go 25. Cut in depth, that's a little bit too much I think, so we're going to go 0.3. Finishing feed rate, actually we can speed this up a little bit, I think we can go 50 there, and we'll make this 25. And depth of cut is fine. Save settings, post the code. Fillet radius is too big. Okay, so we'll change that to 2 millimeters and see if Mach likes that. See, I've made a mistake. I probably didn't press enter, or I probably didn't put the minus here. That's very important. Minus 5 millimeters, enter. Postcode. Oh, didn't mind that. Let's have a little look here in the graphics representation. Okay, that looks fine, and also here, if you highlight this box, you'll notice in Mach a little white line come in relation to where you are in the code here, so you can follow through and find out exactly where it represents in the code. The code actually represents in the actual motion, and you know, this is a very good way of learning G-code, or even how to write it. This opening statement here, this is just setting up Mach3 to known values. Now, you also see an M code here, G0, X21, Z1.5. Now that is the coordinate that the machine is going to start the program. So that's when you see the tool jump in to just off the material. The next one down here, F50. That's the feed rate of 50 millimeters a minute. So it's telling Mark, well, you move the tool at this rate then to this location, which is G0 X 18.4. That's its first cut in the X location. Then the next command is G1 Z minus 4.875. In other words, then in the Z, move to that location at this feed rate. So it's quite methodical. G-code is quite methodical. So I don't want to go any further into that, just to let you know that these numbers actually mean measurements and speeds, telling the machine where to go and how quick to do it. Okay, so I just want to make the radius a little larger there. I'm going to try and make that 2.5 and post the code. Yes, it posted it this time. So that's fine. Let's have a look at that as well. That's what I was after. Quite a nice big radius there. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to save settings first. I'm going to exit that, and we need to go. This is the run screen, the auto run screen, but we actually want to go to the manual because I want to set the next Z0 position. So the first job we need to do is tell Mach3 where the end of this tool is in relation to the end of the material. And that's very simply done. Bring it up to the material, and I'm just going to reduce the jog rate. It's nice and slow. I'm going to come in very quietly. Okay, just taking a scratch there. So we have our part coordinate selected. Now I can either come here and select 0, or I can go up here and select 0. Really doesn't matter. So it alters it up here anyway. I think you'll agree that that is not a bad cut at all. It's got a beautiful little radius in there. Very, very clean, nice cut. So we're going to go into the wizards again. And we're going to go back into our OD turn. And this time we're going to do a straight OD turn in motion. So we're going to start at 19 and we're going to come down to 18 millimeters. So just to clean the surface up, and we're going to run with no radius arc at all. We're going to start again at the same ½ millimeter off the material, and we're going to end at minus Z minus 12 millimeters. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to redo that. We're going to say Z ends at. We're going to say that we want this to end at 12.4 millimeters, which is exactly ½ inch. 1 millimeter clearance. That's fine. Rough and feed rate 50 is fine. 0.3, that means it's going to take 3 cuts in roughing. 25 millimeter, that's fine for the finishing cut, and that's fine as well. Save settings, post the code. Oh, catches me every time. Minus 12.4, enter. There we go. So it's straightforward OD turning. So we're going to set, I'll set the new Z0. In actual fact, the Z0 is exactly the same as what it was before. And we can press cycle start and go. I'll just back that off to a safe distance. That's pretty nice. That's a really nice finish. Really smooth. So we got our speeds and feeds correct. Okay, so the next cut we're going to carry out is an OD fillet. So back into our wizards. And this is an OD fillet here. Okay, for our OD fillet, we are going to say X start. I'm going to say 18 for that. Don't forget this is the radius. This 18 millimeters. Enter. And the finish of, actually, for people who use Imperial, we're going to say 12.4, which is actually ½ an inch. The radius of, I'm going to try it with 4 millimeters, or could I make 5? Might even do 5 millimeters. I'm going to have to see if Mach will take that. It may be a little bit too big for it, but in relation to these numbers here. But we'll soon find out. See start, so I'm going to say 0.5 millimeter off the end of the material. Z end. Let me just get a rule a second. Let's say 10 millimeters there. So that's minus 10 millimeters. Clearance of, we'll go 0.5, half a millimeter, fine. Feed rate, I think 50. Actually, so we'll try 75 actually. So we've done 100, we've done 50, so let's try 75, just to see what difference there is. Roughing cut, we're going to say, roughing cut, I think we're going to say 0.3 millimeters. I'm quite happy with that cut with this tool. Finishing feed rate, I'm happy with the 50. Actual fact, and 0.125. Enter. Now let's see if Mach 3 will accept that. No, radius too big. Thought it was going to be. Well, we'll try it at 4 inches. Oh, sorry, 4 inches. We'll try it at 4 millimeters. Definitely won't take 4 inches. So that's 4.0. Enter, and we'll try again. Now it still doesn't like it. So we'll go down to 3 millimeters. 3.0. Enter. No, it doesn't like it at all. Fillet radius is too big for X. It shouldn't be. Okay, so we'll go a little bit smaller in the X end. So we'll try 10. And we'll try that. Okay, so what was its problem? Let's examine this to see what its problem was. I don't know what the problem was. Let's just try that to 4 millimeters a minute. Let's just see what was going on. 4.0, enter. And that's the good thing about this, you can actually... No, it done 4 millimeter. So let's have a look at that. That's okay too. Let's see if we can go to our 5 millimeter. Enter. And postcode? No, won't take that. So let's go 4.5. 4.5. Enter. Postcode. No, it's not going to take that either. But it will, we know it will take 4. Yep, it'll take 4. Okay, well, we're going to have to make do with that. I don't exactly know why it doesn't like it. We'll examine the finished product and see what happens. So let's go to our main screen. So I'll re-zero the Z, and we'll make this cut. But of course, before we can make that cut, we have a machined part here that needs facing off first. And I'm going to show you that you can manually machine without writing a code, just by using the jogs. So here we go. Sorry if I got my head in the way there. So what we're going to do is, I know I can use the DROs as well to tell me how deep I am into the cut, and that's telling me I'll take you up to the screen actually first. You can see the DROs there are telling me that I'm plus 0.6 just off the material, so I can, you know, 0.2, 0.4, so I can use the DROs to tell me exactly how deep a cut I'm going to make. So that's what we're going to do right now, and I'm just going to machine that part out by hand. So I've just machined that end completely off now, so we're nice and flush to do our next cut, and it also gives us our Z0. So all I have to do now is press the 0 here, and that will give us our new 0 position for the Z. So now we can set up for our next cut. And this is, of course, is what the machine is actually cutting. This is, of course, is what actually cutting. And of course, as we can expect, a beautiful Beautiful, beautiful cut. A little bit ragged back here, but of course we didn't machine back there, and we finished the cut here, so there's going to be a bit of a line there, but that's a beautiful arc on there, beautiful cut. Okay, so I think we'll draw it to a close there for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and I hope it's been helpful to you.